Newcastle is a city in shock tonight following a devastating earthquake that's left at least 9 people dead and injured about 100 others. The quake, registering 5.6 on the Richter scale, hit the city and surrounding suburbs at 10:30 this morning. And tragically, Newcastle became the first Australian city to have a fatal earthquake. This is how NBN news crews covered the horror hours that followed.
Minutes before 10:30 this morning, Thursday the 28th of December, became a day etched in Hunter history. The quake struck without warning, savagely cutting short our everyday activities, including an interview at the Hamilton bus depot just kilometres from the epicentre. The concrete paving rolled in 10-centimetre waves, bewildered bus drivers standing in awe for minutes afterwards. The bus depot was relatively undamaged, not so many old brick buildings in the area, especially in Beaumont Street. It was devastated when the quake swept through.
Well, this is Beaumont Street, Hamilton, just minutes after the blast or the explosion or the earthquake, and it looks as though bombs have hit all along here. It's like a war scene. People are standing around just dazed. There has been some loss of life, it appears, and buildings all up and down the street have just collapsed into the roadway.
Shop awnings became death traps. 2 pedestrians were killed, several more injured when the metal and concrete crashed to the footpath. Rescuers worked frantically with the constant possibility of another tremor in mind to release survivors. Although all the buildings shook badly, it was obviously far safer to be inside than out.
Oh, it just came underneath the buildings. Everything just flew off the walls and it just, I don't know.
Did your building collapse?
No, we were really lucky. I came out here and I noticed all of this.
As the minutes passed, bewildered crowds filled the roadway, shock turning to tears and then relief as their escape dawned on those standing amidst the chaos.
No, everything, all the buildings were shook and things caved in. Staff room caved in, all the fixtures just sort of give way, stopped, everything went everywhere.
The ambulance service is sending all available vehicles, perhaps a fixed-wing aircraft as well, to the Hunter region, where there are reports of several injuries. The quake has also been felt in Wollongong.
It was very frightening. The lights all went out and all the terminals came down, and we saw things come down out the front. That's why we all rushed out the back.
How was the bank? Was it affected?
There's a few things sort of off the desk and that, but apart from that, I think that structurally there's a few cracks, but apart from that, okay.
Again, mate. I've got 3 minor injuries here. Right.
103.
I'm not sure what's in the pub over the side.
As the situation cleared, ambulances ferried the injured to hospital and off-duty medicos did what they could to alleviate the suffering. The old Kent Hotel was peeled of its outer layer of bricks, the rest of the wall precariously balancing. There was no option but to finish the demolition job, a task accomplished later this afternoon by a crane.
Rosshampton reporting there. Coming up, Tracy will have the latest on the tragedy at the Newcastle Workers Club.